It was the deadliest mass shooting in American history, unleashed near the Vegas Strip. A gunman killing 60 people at a concert, injuring hundreds more. His arsenal of weapons outfitted with bump stocks, prompting former President Trump to classify them as machine guns and ban them.
We've taken important steps, but much work remains to be done.
Today, the Supreme Court's conservative majority saying that ban went too far. Bump stocks allow semi-automatic rifles to fire more quickly, hundreds of rounds per minute, harnessing a gun's natural recoil to allow a user to bump the trigger faster. The justices wrestled with whether the devices fit the technical definition of a machine gun, something long banned under federal law, finding they do not in a divided 6-3 ruling today, with Justice Thomas writing even with a bump stock, a semi-automatic rifle will fire only one shot for every function of the trigger. But Justice Sotomayor in dissent finding bump stocks functionally equivalent to a machine gun, writing, "When I see a bird that walks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, I call that bird a duck." Some lawful gun owners like Jeremiah Cottle, who invented the bump stock, had argued the prior administration simply overstepped its authority.
The president doesn't get to make law that Congress does.
Tonight, the White House calling on Congress to ban the device.
What the court did today is really rolling back what otherwise is important progress to be made to prevent gun violence in America.
And Laura is here. We're still waiting on some more key rulings from this court.
Yes, Lester, there's still another major decision to come still on guns. And of course, the ruling about whether the former president is immune from prosecution for trying to overturn the last election, Lester.
All right. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.